Welcome to this gentle Hatha Yoga class filmed here at Studio Liv in Kungsbacka with me, Tobias Mattsson. The days when you don't really feel like training at all, you can always roll out your mat and come down on the floor. Just stay down on the floor. Feel your body connected to the ground below you. Study your thoughts, your breathing, how your body feel like. Self-study is a part of yoga, so you can take some time to think about why you feel sluggish. Have you slept too little, stressed too much, eaten something bad for you, or are you simply hangover? So just take some time to study your body and your mind and how you feel, and especially your breathing. Do you breathe fast, shallow, or deep, and low and slow? Just taking some time to check in on your body is always important, and if you have a block or a pillow, put it under your spine quite high up, and you can put your hands together like you're laying on the beach, so you get a real big extension of your rib cage and really opening up the chest. This usually feels really good for you because you show your throat and your armpits, and that's something you only want to do in a safe environment, and it also makes it really easy to breathe as you open up the chest this much. So just stay here and relax into the tension, and when you keep doing those deep breaths, you really feel the rib cage pushing against the block. And relax. Relaxation is so important for our nervous system, and it's very common to go around with tension. Totally unnecessary in your body. And come up. You still haven't done any hard exercises. And you come down to the mat again and simply squeeze one leg at a time. Squeeze it hard against your torso. Put some tension on your hip and your knee. You can activate your foot as well. And just stay here for some time. Simply squeezing your knee towards your chest. Nothing complicated, nothing stressful. Just some time laying on your back and squeezing your knee. Keep studying your breath and make sure it's long and deep, low and slow, as the saying goes. And gently release your left leg and switch to the other side and squeeze your right knee towards your chest. Keep your left leg straight on the floor, and you can notice that usually have some difference between your right and your left leg. Squeeze quite hard here, so you really feel some tension in your hip flexors. And you still haven't done much. And come up and squeeze both your knees now really hard. Activate your feet. You can even tilt your hips a bit so you don't really lift your bottom so much. And squeeze really hard here. I find this a really important pose, especially if you do it for a long time and not just like a short reset. That's quite common to do in a yoga class. But squeeze your knees really hard towards your chest and stay for some time here. Still nothing complicated, nothing fast, no vinyasa flow to follow and concentrate on. Just squeeze your knees and use your deep breathing to work as a constriction when you breathe. So you squeeze really tight. And really get your hips to feel the tension. This position also work on your internal organs. Anything you do with your body affects the whole body. It's a whole system of fluids and circulation. And you can also squeeze your feet and lift your neck if you want to get some more power into the pose. So you cross your hands here and grab on the outside of your feet. And lift your head towards your knees. If you want to get some work for your neck in as well. A really tight position where you become really small and activate your legs and your arms and your neck and your shoulders. And stay for a while here and use your deep, slow and low breathing to work against your pressure on your body. Calm down and take some time to relax. This relaxation was very common in the old ways of training Hathayoga, where you do an asana and you spend just as much time relaxing afterwards. Get the circulation going again and feel how the exercise has affected you. Gently turn from one side to the other. Your spine might crack a bit here. Just a gentle twist and turn your head as well. Nothing hard or advanced, just a gentle universal twist. Switch sides. You can use your hand to put some weight on your knee, twist your head, and let your deep breathing work against the twist, so you feel some tension in your rib cage during your deep breathing. And one usually recognizes that one side is a lot more flexible than the other. It's not that we are just the same on each side. Put your feet together and relax here in a butterfly pose. Let the weight of your legs put some stretch on your hips and really open them up. And now, as a stage 2, you gently activate your legs and raise your knees together just slightly, let's say 2-3 centimeters. This puts your body in an active position with your big leg muscles, and it puts your nervous system in a semi-active level. And this is an exercise from the qi system. And what happens is that your legs usually start to rock and shake. And there can be some movements in your hip and your whole torso. And it's like the nervous system shakes out some tension. And this tension can arise in any part of the body. Sometimes you don't shake at all. And during some parts the shaking and movement can become quite big. As you see here, you can see my legs start to twitch in a rhythmic fashion, just a few centimeters. And the movement and shaking can move up to the legs and stop at some points, and then come back again with a lighter movement or larger. It really depends. So this is an exercise for the nervous system. And the reasoning is that it's good for trauma that are thought to get stuck in the body. And there's quite a lot of truth to this. When you get really scared, when you freeze, you usually come together in a fetus position. And when you get really stressed, or if somebody yells at you, you can usually put your shoulders down and you squeeze together and you become smaller for protection. And the reasoning is that the body remembers every time you had a slight trauma, and it leaves a tension in your body and a body memory. So the thought behind this exercise is to release your traumas, sort of in the same way as you say to people, shake it out, shake it off. Take a few deep breaths, shake it off. And you often see animals shake their body, especially if they have become frightened. Like if you get a deer scared, they usually twitch a bit, and then just a few seconds later they can go back to grassing and don't remember the stress. Here you see the legs shaking a bit further, and the hips move a bit as well. Gently use your arms to put your knees together and squeeze them in lightly again and rock from side to side. Do some gentle circles in both directions and get your tension out of the pose you just done. And come down to the floor again. Relax. Feel how the exercise has changed your system. Feel any tension. The speed of your pulse, your heart rate. Any tension in your body. And now come gently up to sitting. Put your legs quite straight. You might put a pillow under your knees if you're really stiff. Try to keep your back straight here. And gently move forward and stop where the tension in your backsides decide. So no pushing or dragging. And if you have a problem tilting your hips, you can sit on a pillow or anything to get your hips up from the mat. And just stay here and gently come down on your out breath. And you can come up slightly when you breathe in. And keep your back as straight as possible. And just play the edge on the tension here on your back muscles and your legs and back. So just stay and keep your deep, even, low and slow breath. Keep your feet activated. At times you can straighten your spine again so it doesn't slouch with time. And no dragging or pushing, just use your body weight and time to really work the tension. And the interesting part about the tension in our body is that it's our nervous system that decides the amount of tension in our muscles to protect our joints. So unconscious people, they can move in any direction. But your lifestyle and the amount of training and the type of life you have lived decides the amount of tension you have in your body. And now gently come up, put your knees and legs together in an easy pose. And now put your hands on the opposite knee here and gently rest forward and come down to the floor. This is a really comforting position. You're really close to your body with your hands, and it's almost like you're hugging yourself together and squeeze yourself together like a little ball. It's almost like a fetus position, so it's very natural for us and very soothing. So we use this position for relaxation. And now you can gently rock from side to side. And here the shoulders really get some movement on your spine and your rib cage as you twist and rock gently from side to side here. Keep your hands on your knees and rock from side to side. Here you can also feel the difference between the left and the right side of your body. And now release your position. Straighten your arms, come up on your fingertips, and lengthen your body here, lengthen your spine. Keep your head lifted and move your fingers forward so you really get the side stretch of your rib cage and your arms and your spine. And keep your long, low and slow, even yogic breathing here. You can also use a ujjayi breath, the ocean sound breath, and use that breath as a focal point, so you really focus on your breathing. And come slowly up. And now use your right arm and put it across the floor and do a gentle twist here with a straight arm and your left arm still straight and up on your fingertips. Try to keep your head in along with your spine and use some muscles to keep your head secure so you don't just let it fall down, but use some muscle tension to keep it in a good place. Come up to center and try the other side. And same here. The arm closest to your mat is straight and the right arm is straight on your fingertips. And you can feel the difference in your ability to move from one side to the other. And come slowly up to sitting. And put a resting pose with a straight spine and your hands open to really get an open chest. And take some time here to really straighten your spine. Raise your head towards the ceiling. Ground your hips towards the mat. Relax your whole body. And now raise your right arm straight up. Put your left arm on your right knee and come back with your right hand straight back for a twist. Keep your spine straight here and use your left arm and your back arm to activate the twist. So you use some muscle strength here to really work towards your limited range of motion here. And you stay at the end of your twist. And you use your deep breathing to work against the twist. So the deeper you breathe, the more you feel the tension of the twist. And keep thinking straight spine and head towards the ceiling. Come gently back to center. Lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling. Put your right hand on your left knee and twist on this side. Straight spine. Lengthen your head and use the right arm to put some tension in the twist. And push with your left arm to really get the spine straight so you don't slouch in this position. And stay in the twist and continue do your deep breathing. Still nothing complicated, just some gentle, slow yoga for the days when you don't really feel like moving at all. What usually happens once we have rolled out your mat and started doing a few exercises, your body gets some energy and some circulation, and we usually continue and it feels better. So come out of the twist, put your hands behind you, legs in a V position, and relax here. The days when we feel really sluggish is the days when we really need movement. But it's usually the days when we don't really feel like moving at all. So just take this time in the rest pose to feel how the exercises have affected you, and come down to an easy pose again. Really tilt your hips, and if that's hard you can put a block or a pillow so you raise your hips a bit to make it easier to sit straight. Now put your hands over your head, squeeze them together, and put your right arm to the floor on your fingertips and tilt your torso. And here you really squeeze with your floor hand in a diagonal fashion in your rib cage. So you see, if you think as your torso as a square, you squeeze and push towards the angle of the square, the outside of your rib cage. So you push against that. And keep your upper arm straight and your head along your spine so you don't tilt it down or up too much. Try to keep it in level with your spine. Activate your fingers and your wrist and push with your floor hand. And stay in this tension. So the floor hand is active and pushes into your torso, up to your armpit almost. And come up again, switch side, raise your right arm and come down. And push with your left arm on your fingertips. And keep your upper arm straight, active fingers, active wrist. Keep your head in line with your spine. And try to keep your body in one level so you don't tilt forward or backwards too much. It's a side pose. Keep doing your deep breathing so you really feel the tension in the rib cage when you breathe deeply. And come gently up to center again. Rest your hands with open palms again. Relax your shoulders. Study your thoughts, your breathing pattern. And try to notice if you have any tension in any part of your body. And how your pulse and energy level feels after these few simple exercises. Raise your hands to the ceiling. Squeeze them together straight above your head. Really active. And when you breathe out, you twist to the right. And really push against the edge here. It's a quite hard position as it moves the upper spine where we are usually quite stiff. Come back to center, and when you breathe out, switch side and really push against the edge here. The upper part of our spine here is usually quite inflexible, and this really works the spine, especially if you use some muscle to really move deep into the twist from each side. And same here, you notice that one side is usually quite more flexible than the other. I'm right-handed, so my right the right part of my body is pretty dominant. And this exercise is quite intense when you really push it, so just do a few to each side and try to squeeze your hands together and keep your spine straight. And now come down and relax again in an easy pose with a straight spine. You can put your thumb and pointy finger together if you like. And relax here and feel any tension leave the body. Take back your deep, low and slow and even breathing pattern. And now turn your left hand towards your knee and move your right hand in a circle around your head. It's almost like you're grabbing clouds and turn them behind your back and behind your head. And when you come behind your head, you breathe out through your mouth and throw away. So you can imagine that you grab things that you like in your life and that you throw away stuff that you don't need anymore in your life. Garbage, bad energy, bad memories. So you breathe in through your nose and breathe out when you throw the stuff away. And this really opens up the rib cage and make it easy to breathe. It's like in sun salutations when you lift your hands above your head, it makes it easier to breathe. So it really opens up the chest and benefits your breathing mechanism. It's from Tibetan yoga. I find it really interesting, especially as you move behind your body. And it really activates a lot of muscles in your arms and your torso, and your neck and spine. It's not really a simple exercise, but it's no exact science, so you can't really do wrong. Try the other direction, so you grab your clouds and you throw them away, or you whatever you feel like thinking about throwing away and grabbing. So you really breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And stop, relax. And now put your hands out straight. Activate your shoulders, your shoulder blades, like you're holding a pen behind your back. Active fingers, active arms. Straight out here. Take some deep breaths in and then hold your breath for as long as you can and stay in this position with your active arms. It's a passive asana, quite common in the Kundalini lineage. Still nothing complicated, but it really activates the arms, and after a while it becomes really hard on the muscles, especially if you do it while holding your breath. So when you feel the panic set in and you really feel like you need to breathe, you don't really need to breathe. You relax and you continue for a bit more. And then breathe out, come out of the pose. Take back your deep, even breathing and relax in easy pose for a while. Relax your shoulders. And now come down on your mat and we rest a while in Advasana. You can put your cheek on your upper hands and relax your whole body. Now activate your arms and put them on your hips if it's comfortable for you. You can use any other hand position you like. And you lift your active feet and your neck and put your feet slightly together. Bring your shoulders back. Activate your feet in this locust pose. And bring your head up. Keep breathing. Keep rising. Keep your feet active. Keep your legs active. And lift as high as you can. This really works the muscles on the back side of your body that are so important for our shoulders. And come back up for some time to rest in child's pose. So keep your arms straight and on your fingertips so you really lengthen your spine. Keep your toes together, your knees apart. And here the weight of the body really put some pressure on your hip flexors. So it's an active pose, just as it's a bit relaxing and comfortable to be close to the floor in a tight position with our body. Come gently up to standing and come to a squat position for the resting part of this exercise. Here you try to keep your spine straight. Push out your legs with your elbows. Put your hands together. Lengthen your spine. And really let the weight of the body put pressure on your hip flexors. It's really good for our hips. And I think we should sit in a squat position a few times a day. If you have problems getting your feet on the ground, you can put them on a block or something. I threw out my sofa 15 years ago, so I sit on the floor when I watch TV with some pillows, and it has really been beneficial to my movements. Simply getting down on the floor and on the back and coming up to standing is a really good exercise for old people. An exercise that is so simple for a child is really hard for an older person, and it really uses the whole body and all of your muscles and your movement to just come up to standing and come down on the floor laying down. That's something we always should continue to do every day for as old as we get. When we sit in a squat for a long time as this, it really starts to ache in our hips, and it really works the hips and the shoulders and the back and your arms when you really straighten and put pressure on your knees. So it's really an active pose. Come gently out of your squat. Come over to all four and gently do some cat and cow here with your breathing. And you can do any kind of movement you like. You can look back at your tail and you can do circles. Just close your eyes and do any kind of movement your body feel like. Cat and cow is a really good exercise. Also one you should do every day, I think. And you can also play around with change of your breathing pattern. There's usually one way that is quite common and easy for you to breathe when you do this movement. But if you do the opposite breathing pattern, you can use the belly as a resistance for your intestines to move a bit further as you move against your big belly. So keep doing your free beer exercise here, and as you get warmer you can come deeper and with more movement in your spine. On my spine here you can see that some parts are really flexible and some parts are really stiff. I'm 52 years old, and the older we get, the more our spine usually gets stiff if we don't work it more and harder the older we get. So much standing and so much sitting, and just the way our age lessens our circulation and the function of our body and our nervous system. So a male actually peaks at 25 and then we slowly die. And in the old times, when you came to 40, 45, it was the end of your life. So we really have to be careful and honor our body by taking care of it. And now come up to a resting pose and put your knees on your floor and sit on your feet, and if possible on your toes. It can be quite tense for your toes, and if it's too tense you lean forward, and if you want more weight on your toes you lean back a bit. They won't break, but it's a good movement exercise for your toes to really keep them flexible, and our toes are so important for our balance. So we rest here in this slight pain. Come out of your pose and come gently up to standing. Do some gentle movements, and now come with your legs quite wide. Bend your knees and put your hands on your knees and twist from side to side with your shoulders to really work the spine in a twisting range of motion here. So you push against your knees. And you can also do a standing cat-cow here. So you tilt your hips and you tilt your spine and move your spine and your neck and your shoulders with your breathing. And push against the knees. So really squeeze in and lengthen and look up. Point your butt and come down again. And now come down to a high squat where you really squeeze the knees out, so you really work the hips. And you can squeeze your hands together to get more tension in your forearms. But you stay here and you squeeze your knees apart so you really feel some tension in your hips. And come back up. Put your feet in a hip distance apart and rest in a mountain pose here with active fingers, active wrists, active arms, active legs. You can slightly push your feet together and you activate your stomach, so you're tense but not really super tense. You're relaxed but active. So this is a main pose in Hathayoga, and it's really beneficial to learn your body when it's straight. So you can use that straightness when you're in a plank or in a handstand or any position. So this is your baseline, your straight, active, relaxed body. Sthira and Sukha. Close your eyes and put your focus on your third eye. A point between your eyebrows, inside your head. Relax your face. Doesn't matter if you look sad. Sad is not bad. And a really relaxed face usually don't look so happy. And relax and come out again to a wider stance with your legs. Bend your legs. Raise your arms straight in front of you. You can put your fingers in a claw position for a cobra pose. Squeeze your shoulders together like you're holding a pen or a paper behind them. Keep your hips straight under your spine. And here you take a few deep breaths. And then you take a deep breath in. Hold your breath on your top of your lungs. And you really squeeze your hands. Really activate your hands. And you activate your whole body, but you really squeeze your hands and your fingers like you're holding one glass in each hand, the bottom of the glass, and you try to crush the glass with your fingers. at the same time as you hold your breathing. And when you feel the panic start to rise, that you really need to breathe and stop your exercise, try to relax your mind and keep squeezing your hands. Activate your hands, active legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can stay a bit longer. Shoulders back, active hands, active hands. Hold your breath. Keep the panic under control. You got this. And relax. Shake out your body. Any tension in your arms, your legs. Do any kind of movement you feel like. Close your eyes and just do any movement you like. Just get any tension out. Jump. Any kind of crazy. Move your hands. Shake. Get any tension out. And now you hopefully feel relaxed and active in your whole body. And it's time for the final reward, your Shavasana. So you come down on the floor, you can raise one leg and one arm at a time or both and drop them to the floor to really get them to relax. Put your shoulder blades together, your hands towards the ceiling, your elbows close to your torso and your hands a bit outside. Relax your feet, let them fall apart. And now really sink into the mat, to the floor. Send your maintaining sky around your whole body. Make sure your feet are relaxed, your calves are relaxed, your legs are relaxed, your hips, your stomach, your torso, your upper arms, your hands, your neck, your shoulders. Really let your breathing run freely. Just let go and sink into your mat. And reward yourself for doing 1 hour of Hathayoga on this day when you really didn't feel like training at all. Thanks for watching and enjoy your Shavasana.